Okay, so we have multiple breaking news coming out. We're going to start with this one first. The US president just gave the green light to transfer 125 long range missiles, 100 Patriot missiles from Germany to Ukraine. Now, the American made weapons cannot be exported even by a country that owns them without approval from the US Gov. All right. So once again, information is coming out. Donald gave the green light to send all these equipments to Ukraine. All right. So yeah. So it's about to go down pretty soon, guys. Vladimir just put out a message. We're gonna play that video. Give me a second here. Yeah, this is the one, and yeah, he just put out a message. Vladimir says that his country is ready for peace negotiations with Ukraine. Those who want peace must support this. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Give me a second. Let me just set this up in the audio. Do me a favor, share it, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for your support.
I'd like to reiterate that Russia is ready for negotiations without any preconditions. The hostilities are on. The war is raging, and we suggest to resume the talks that were stopped not by us. What is bad about this? Those who want peace must support this. And I would like to express gratitude for the mediating efforts on the peaceful track to resolve the Ukrainian crisis that is made by our foreign partners. I mean, China, Brazil, African and Middle Eastern countries, and recently the new administration of the United States is also making this effort. I'd like to reiterate that.
Okay, so he's willing to starting, well, he put out a date, May 15th. He wants to talk with Zelensky and bring peace. So he's like, look, this is what I bring to the table. If you want peace, again, we bring peace together. But something happened. Something went down. Vladimir says Ukraine did not respond to the ceasefire proposal and instead launched massive drone strike. All right, so we're going to get to all this. So Vladimir is willing to bring peace, but the other side is willing to play hardball. 100 Patriot missiles, 125 long range, and a lot of stuff is about to go to Ukraine. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters to prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. All right, we're going to get to all this here, guys. Once again, Vladimir calls on Ukraine to begin direct talks in Istanbul next week as Victory Day truce ends. Now, Russia is ready for negotiation without any precondition. Now, Vladimir claimed he invited Kiev to talk in Istanbul on May 15. Here's the thing. They got hit with drones. That's Ukraine message. We're not going to talk to you. So, and now they're about to receive equipment. All right, we're going to skip this one here. Hold on, give me a second. Vladimir slams the Kiev regime for rejecting a Russia Victory Day cease plan and rebukes the U.S. for failing to uphold prior agreements. Now, it says here from May 8th through the 10th, Ukraine violated the cease plan over 5,000 times using 524 drones, Western missiles, and 45 unmanned sea vessels. He added that Kiev also ignored a 30-day moratorium on energy strikes brokered with Trump. Now, agreements were not honored. The strike had no military value. They were political. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. So, they're trying to work things out, but yeah, it's not looking good. So once again, you have multiple sources saying that Donald gave the green light, approves transfer of 125 long-range missiles, 100 Patriot from Germany to Ukraine. Buckle up, buckle up. And to the Donald supporter out there, remember, you guys used to get mad too when Joe used to send weapons, so you cannot stay quiet. Well, Lewis, this is different. It's Donald. Alright, so the U.S. has approved the transfer of 125 long-range artillery, rockets, and 100 Patriot air defense missiles from Germany to Ukraine. The New York Times reported on May 10th. The American-made weapons cannot be exported even by a country that owns them without approval from the U.S. Gov. A U.S. congressional official on May 9th announced that Washington had given the green light for Germany to transfer these weapons to Kiev, the NYT reported. The shipment includes 125 long-range artillery, rockets, and 100 Patriot air defense missiles. The Patriot air defense system is widely recognized for its high precision detection, tracking, and interception of aircraft, cruise and ballistic missile. Ukraine reportedly has only 8 Patriot systems, 2 of which are currently not in service. An additional Patriot system is on its way to Ukraine from the Holy Land as part of a previously arranged commitment. Wow. So even the Holy Land is sending stuff. It says here, Kiev faces a shortage on ammunition for its Patriot, though details about its missile stocks have not been disclosed for security purposes. Zelensky has reportedly urged the U.S. and international partners to provide additional Patriot systems and missiles as the bear strike against Ukrainian cities intensify. Production of Patriot missile is expensive and complex, meaning the shortage is a worldwide issue. Shortage? Higher prices. Here's the thing. We need to keep this stuff. We can't be giving stuff out like that. And I'm not trying to bash anybody here. But Donald, what is this, man? What is this? And people's going to be like, hey, it's not Donald. It is Donald. He gives the light. Again, he's the commander-in-chief. He could stop the shipments. He did it before. He stopped the shipments. He put the, it was a halt. Remember when they kicked Zelensky out the White House? He's like, no more equipments for you. I'm going to pause it. It's going to be halt. No, it's not going to be sent to you. He could do that. But he's not. Now, the thing that's really, really bothers me is that he says one thing and then the next day he says another thing. For example, he said that this biblical war needs to end because thousands are passing every week. And it's true. And I agree, Donna, you're right. But you're giving the green lights to give hundreds of missiles? And they're going to use that for this biblical war. All right, so it says here, this is a bad thing here. The production of Patriot missile is expensive and complex, meaning the shortage is a worldwide issue. At least 2 Patriot missiles are needed to intercept ballistic. Ukrainian aviation expert told the Kiev Independent on May 6th. Now, the bear has escalated its ballistic equipment against Ukraine, marking April the deadliest month for Ukrainian civilians since September 2024. Germany has provided Kiev with air defense support, including the Patriot missile and the Iris-T system. In previous military aid packages, a newly elected German Chancellor Friedrich arrived in Kiev on May 10th, along with other European leaders, to reaffirm Germany and Europe's support for Ukraine and commitment to securing the ceasefire deal. All right. So that's what's going on with that news. And then we're going to go to this one here. Vladimir rejects cease plan, calls on Ukraine to begin direct talks in Istanbul next week. All right, so you have Vladimir is putting out his message. If you guys want peace, this is the way. And what happened? Zelensky launched some drones towards his area. The bear is inviting Ukraine to engage in direct talks in Istanbul beginning May 15. Vladimir said on May 11th in a press conference marking the end of Moscow Victory Day celebration. Now, the bear is ready for negotiations without any precondition, Vladimir said. There have been no direct talks between the bear and Ukraine since shortly after Moscow launched its full-scale operation in February of 2022. Jeez, 3 years. Vladimir notably did not announce an extension of the 3-day truce or agreed to Ukraine and Europe's proposal for a 30-day unconditional cease plan. Such an agreement could be negotiated during the Istanbul talks, he said. Vladimir unilaterally declared a temporary ceasefire in honor of Victory Day, which the bear observes on May 9, from midnight May 8 until midnight on May 11. Despite the 3-day truce, Russian strike against Ukrainian civilian and combat operation on the front line continued. Now, during his remark, Vladimir accused Ukraine of escalating strike against the bear in the days leading up to the Victory Day truce and of violating the 3-day cease plan multiple times, including by launching 5 cross-border incursions in Kursk and Belgorod Oblast. These incursions held no military significance, he claimed. Now, Vladimir also said that he looked forward to restoring relations with European states despite the anti-the-bear rhetoric and delivery of ultimatum to Moscow. Zelensky and European leaders on May 10th demanded that the bear agree to an unconditional 30-day ceasefire. Starting on May 12th, the proposal is backed by Donald. Okay, the proposal is backed by Donald. So Donald is the one, if you kind of think about it, Donald is the one that made that plan. 30 days. 30-day ceasefire. And I mentioned this that Donald, he wants to stop the bear, but he's not saying it. He wants to stop the bear, but he can't do it because Ukraine is weak. All right, so they try to bring stuff in there. The bear is gonna take them out. Or containers, a warehouse that has all these equipments. The bear will take them out. This is why he wants a 30-day cease plan to rearm Ukraine and make them stronger. After 30 days, let the games begin. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry said earlier that the bear needs to think about it. We're going to think about it, Donald. The cease plan proposal and his resistance to any kind of pressure. Vladimir did not agree to this 30-day cease plan. Instead, inviting Ukraine to direct talks and accusing Kiev of cease plan violation. In April, at the end of the bear 3-day Easter truce, Vladimir also refused to extend the ceasefire and instead said he was open to direct talk with Ukraine. All right. That's where we are right now. Give me a second here. They really trying to get this piece together. It's a headache. It's just a headache. you got one country agree, and then the other one's like, no, I don't like it. And then, they exchange missiles and drones. So you have Russian Foreign Minister Sergei on April 29 said that Vladimir Victory Day cease plan proposal marked the start of direct negotiation, though Ukrainian officials did not comment on the statement. Ukraine has said that it is ready for negotiations, but insists any peace process must preserve Ukraine's territorial integrity and sovereignty, and that territorial issues can only be addressed after a full cease plan. Kiev accepted an unconditional 30-day U.S.-backed cease plan proposal in March, but Moscow rejected it and demanding a complete end to Western military support for Ukraine. The Bear has repeatedly proclaimed its supposed readiness for peace talks, while simultaneously pushing for maximalist demands. Kiev has dismissed these declarations as a propaganda stunt, noting that the Bear forces have only intensified their strike on Ukrainian cities and towns. A Western leader pressed for an extended cease plan. The Bear has sent some signals that indicate a potential escalation of attacks. Now, the Ukrainian Defense News outlet reported on May 10th that the Bear is closing its airspace over the Kompostin Yar military training and rocket launch complex from May 12th through the 13th, raising speculation of a possible Orishnik missile launch. A similar ban was put in place ahead of the Bear's first Orishnik intermediate-range ballistic equipment strike on Ukraine. Now, the U.S. Embassy in Kiev also issued a warning on May 9 that the Bear could launch a potentially significant strike in the coming days, although they had previously issued similar warnings as part of standard security protocol. Alright, so once again, Donald's giving the green light, sending some stuff, sending equipment. This peace stuff is not working. Give me a second here, guys. Vladimir address delayed by over an hour. Still no word on what he plans to say. The Bear media claimed that this will be the Kremlin's first ever nighttime press conference. In the meantime, the official broadcast played music on an endless loop. Alright, so that was posted a while ago. Alright, so far this is all the information here, guys. So Donald just gave the green light. The Russian president announced that he has officially proposed direct talk with Ukraine on May 15. Reuters is reporting it. It will occur in Istanbul. We offered the Kiev authority to resume negotiations already on Thursday in Istanbul. This is massive. If it plans out, full peace was unthinkable during the Joe years. Donald has brought Vladimir to the table. I wouldn't say he brought Vladimir to the table, but again, it's time to end it. Put it like that. It's gone for 3 years. But sending equipment to Ukraine, it's not gonna end the war. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I got some more videos coming up. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.